Okay, went to the car boot sales this morning, went to 2 of them. Got some good buys, got some tools, got some bits and pieces, some couple of bits for the kids, bits for the garden. So I'll talk you through what I got. The first tool I got is this chisel. It's a really thin chisel, and that is razor sharp. Not sure who it's made by. SJ, can't remember. I think it says London. It's got W Wheeler written on it there. 1V Chubb, but it's a really nice, really lovely weighted chisel. It could be considered a dangerous weapon. That is deadly sharp. Beautiful handle on it, a little bit of a chip out the handle, but that is a really nice chisel. And it'll be a lovely chisel for a small, hard to get pieces. Next 2 items were a job lot. The chisel was £1. Second one was in a really old, I think this is what they call a mattock head, very rusty. ELWELL written on the back, very rusty. That'll be a lovely job, a little refurbishment project. I'm looking forward to refurbishing that. Second one that come with it, again a very rusty, what do you call this, a grubber. Again, going to be a refurbishment project. Looking forward to doing that one up. Next item. Now I know Tool Addicts has bought one of these as well today. Mine's probably a little bit cleaner than his. It's a vice of some description. It's in full working order. It says, it's got some writing on the side. CHA 1925 9 2962. No idea what this is. It's obviously a clamp of some description, but you wouldn't just hold it in your hands. It was a lovely item. Maybe if someone can leave in the comments if they know what this is, how it's held, what it's designed for, what type of industry. Some more information on that would be really nice. Someone can help me out. And that clamp again, I think that was 50p. I bought a bipod. I've got an air rifle and some targets in the back garden, so I bought a bipod, a folding bipod, which I don't really know how I'm going to fix it. I guess I'm going to screw into the stock, but it's a brand new bipod. £1. Can't complain at that, can you? £1. So that'll make it a little bit easier to line up the targets and shoot them in the garden. I've got a metal ruler. This was 20p. 20p, what a bargain. Lots and lots of different graduations here. It's a J. Raybone and Sons, that's a Raybone one. It's very old. A number 42. We got increments of millimetres at the top here. This is in inches, and then we've got here, it looks like a quarter of millimetres, so it's really here maybe even more. It really goes into very fine measurements, just centimetres and inches on the back. 20p, can't argue with that, can you? Got a tiny little Diston engineer's square. This is a small one. I don't actually have any engineer squares, so I'm happy I got this. Again, 20p, 20p at a car boot sale, which I guess flea markets, I think they're called in America. England we call them car boot sales. Got some moly grease. It's full up, never been used. So obviously greasing up parts there. What else came with that? With that, I got this. This is fabulous. This is like an old display case, I guess, from some shop for a raw plug. Now I don't know if it lays flat or whether or not you hang it on the wall. There's nothing there to hang it on the wall, so I might make some sort of fixture for that. But I love all this sort of memorabilia, collecting items. I really enjoy that, so I'll find a place for that. That come with the molly grease and with this. It's an old, it's got writing on there but I can't work it out, it's just too dirty. I'll look into that. It's an old blowtorch. Lovely little project there for a restoration. You can see the brass underneath. It's absolutely caked in dirt. It's got all the writing there. This will come up. This will look really nice when it's refurbished. I'll see if I can refurbish this and, you know, maybe even get it working. But that'll be a future project, so I look forward to me refurbishing that in the future. Moving on, I got one of these in a car boot sale a little while back and it's completely seized up, it wouldn't turn around. At least this one's moving. It's a Stanley, made in England. Just drill, hand drill. Again, another little refurbishment project. It's the same as the other one I've got, so if there's any parts need cribbing off of it, the other one can be a parts model and I can refurbish this one up, make this work properly. And this, binoculars, beautiful, I think it's faux leather case. Tiny little pair of binoculars. You can see they fit in the palm of your hand. I've got some binoculars. As a surveyor, I do use binoculars if I need to sort of look up at chimneys or at high-rise buildings, look at the condition of the gutters, or pointing around the chimney, the flaunching, etc. This is made by Olympian, 8x25 coated lens. I don't think it's a particularly good model of binoculars, you know, it's not a Carl Zeiss lens, etc. But what's quite handy is I go to quite a lot of sporting events with my kids, and sometimes, you know, if you're like a rugby match or something and you're watching your team trying to score a try down the other end, it's quite nice to have a pair of binoculars, so I'm sure they'll get good use. Now this, I've got 3 of these are brand new. A wiring protection box, IP rated. I've already got one of these for the garden, and they're about £10–15 each. I bought 3 of these today for £5. I'm always using things in the garden like lights and radios, although not so much radios now, they're Bluetooth, aren't they? But you know, 3 of these are £5. I thought that was very good value. I could probably sell these for £5–10 each, so may even get a bit of my money back. There's the other 2 of those. Next 2 items are for the kids. One of them's an ab roller. I've been helping out with my son's rugby team, and my son's daughter just giving him a bit of rugby training, bit of strength and conditioning, S&C. We've only got one ab roller that I use, and this was 50p. So that will come into, put that to good use. The boys and the girls at the rugby club will get good use out of that. And lastly, a little bit of fun, 2 bags of water balloons. These things are brilliant. If you've ever blown up water balloons, they take so long. 111 water balloons in there. You just connect the hose to it and you can do all 111 in 60 seconds. So within 2 minutes your kids have got over 222 water balloons that they can just throw around to their heart's content. We're having lovely weather over here at the moment. You know, my kids are 12 and 13, they're not going to be kids forever, so giving them lots of fun things to do in the meantime. And that's it. I think I spent about £20 a day. I think we had a result. We had some really good finds there, especially like the blowtorch and the chisel. The chisel was good, and I'm looking forward to refurbishing the mattocks as well. And I'm finding something to do with this. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you soon. See ya.